I'm Dennis Jarrett with Next Gen Sports, and I'm here with Molly Jeffers and Alan Bacon of Gang Gang. And if you haven't heard about Gang Gang, you are going to be informed now. You're going to be excited to hear some of the things that this organization is doing in the city, especially now during the NCAA basketball tournament. So first of all, welcome Molly and Alan.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Well, let's start with this first of all. Let's start at the beginning with Gang Gang. Why the name, and tell us the origin of that.
Oh gosh. Well, just again, thank you for having us here. We are a newly formed cultural startup in, gosh, maybe our 5th or 6th month, and are excited to talk about Gang Gang and what it means and its impact on society. Gang Gang has kind of a double meaning, and we came up with it during a brainstorm when we were just kind of shooting out words that had something to do with culture and art and words that describe, kind of that sector or what we want to pull out of that sector. And Alan is amazing with names and words and was just kind of like
Brainstorming a little bit.
Saying words out loud. And he said a series of words, and one of them was gang, and then he said gang, gang, and then he went on to the next word. And I said, wait a minute. That is really, really cute. Let's think about that. And so we looked up even the definition of gang, the original definition, which is actually a journey or a way or people going someplace together. And so the way that the word gang is used right now in modern society is actually not the definition of the word. And so we thought, what a beautiful opportunity to kind of reclaim that word to mean something positive and just really the definition of the word, which is people on a journey together.
Yeah, and it's just also just the double entendre of the word. Just it's also a nod to hip hop and just hip hop culture and just the Black experience in America as well. So that's kind of how Gang Gang was produced overnight.
That's outstanding. Let me, before we go on, do you find yourself having to explain Gang Gang? But also I can see that there's an opportunity to have, sort of like a icebreaker or of some sort. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's a wonderful icebreaker, and it's a wonderful opportunity, as you stated, just to kind of shed a little more light on why we chose Gang Gang, and also kind of builds a better pathway and look into just the overall context of what we're trying to accomplish as well.
So tell me, what are you guys, tell me about the mission. Tell me about the organization. What is it that you guys are hoping to accomplish with the organization?
Yeah, well, our mission is to produce, promote, and preserve culture in cities.
Yeah, and so we describe Gang Gang as a cultural development firm, meaning we look for opportunities to spark activity within the creative economy, right? And we do that as a means towards equity, as a means even towards ending racism one day. And we've identified culture as that lane and culture as the industry that brings people together most. And that connects people most. And so it's our best shot at equity if we can hone in on the arts and culture space and literally pay back the culture that has offered America so much.
Yeah, and we do that through 2 pathways. I mean, one, from our for-profit arm of the organization, we directly interject and infuse money into cultural entrepreneurs. So it's from an investment strategy to help to grow and preserve that sector. And then also on our nonprofit arm, we do like super cool public art projects and programs and things like we're doing currently with March Madness and hosting this within the tourney within our city to produce this Swish series, which is a performance component of the art establishment for the tournament itself.
Before we get into what you guys are doing with or in conjunction with the NCAA tournament, I did want to ask you a question about the city's perspective. Is Indianapolis ripe for an organization like Gang Gang? What are you guys experiencing as far as a receptivity from a citywide perspective?
Good question. We had this conversation ourselves kind of internally last fall, and decided, yes, Indianapolis is absolutely ready for Gang Gang, even if it didn't see it coming, right? Because the creative scene needs energy and it needs investment, it needs support. Specifically, our artists of color need attention, and again, energy, support, investment. And so whether or not kind of the civic infrastructure or the lack of cultural infrastructure was ready for it or not, our creative talent is. And so that's who we are intending to serve.
Alan, did you have anything to say to that, or that sums it up pretty much?
Yeah, I mean that sums it up, and just we've been really pleased and humbled with the positive reception that we've received since the launch last November of 2020, and just really grateful for the opportunity to put art and creativity on this level for the city as we look to further build the infrastructure for more creative and cultural assets to come to fruition in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I might add that just to build off of how thankful we are for the support, it was interesting and refreshing to get such positive feedback from our kind of founding funders, from the Central Indiana Community Foundation, from the Simon Foundation, from the Glick Philanthropy Fund. They got it right away, right? And they agreed that Indianapolis kind of needs this for this moment. And so that was refreshing to hear.
And this is really just a part of our equity strategy as well. I mean, so what does equity in action look like? Where you see more persons of color leading organizations and leading efforts within the city. I think this is a part of, what that solution can actually mature to be.
And let's jump off into, they always say, and timing is everything. And it's a great timing. The NCAA tournament is historically, for the first time, the entire tournament field is here in Indianapolis. Great exposure on our city. Two questions. What are you guys doing during the tournament time? And how do you guys think this will help launch and propel your mission?
Yeah, I'll take the first one. Maybe.
Okay.
So what we're doing specifically with the tournament as India is hosting, March Madness, and just as you alluded to, the first time in the history that the entire tournament is hosted at one singular location. So this is a great opportunity for Indianapolis, and just we're really pleased. Just the day that we were reached out by the Arts Council of Indianapolis to become a part of just our production efforts and us hosting the tournament, and just our role is to be the creative director for Swish, which Swish is the art component to us hosting the tournament here in Indianapolis. So we're putting together over 260 performances to occur within a 3-week time period. And, we have a lot of collaborators and organizations and volunteers that are helping Gang Gang with this effort. And just really pleased to have the opportunity once again, just to showcase Indianapolis talent on this scale.
And I guess for the second question, if I remember it correctly, this is a perfect opportunity and perfect example of how to realize our mission, right? Again, which is to produce, promote, and preserve culture, and to put money into the creative scene, and with a lens toward equity and race and artists of color. So, having kind of the scale of 260 performances, like we then had the opportunity to go and contract curators. And so there are 9 curators that Alan's been working with to help identify talent. And so 7 of those 9 are artists of color. The majority, I think, of the performers, that are performing, that are scheduled, are artists of color. And so it's our mission in action. It's equity in action, and it's an opportunity to highlight, lift up the art scene in Indianapolis while we are being looked at by the world. So it is a great example.
I can't let this pass. 260 performances. That seems, just
it's aggressive.
How are you dealing with that? And what are some of the performances that people can take advantage of?
Yeah, so a mammoth undertaking is almost an understatement of just this project. But once again, we're just so grateful for our partners at the Arts Council and also Indianapolis Cultural Trail has been a large partner. Sports Corps and just the 9 curators that we've mentioned, and a host of others. So it's not just a gang initiative where we're out there like on our own island, but it's a very tough job to kind of cipher through all the talent and just doing all the booking and the scheduling. And we're excited to really produce some of Indy's best local talent, just to showcase for this effort. And you can check out the schedule on visitindy.com, where you'll see different acts from Native Son to Huckleberry Funk, and just a lot of different acts that span across all genres and disciplines of music and performances. From also includes dance and spoken words. So just really, really pleased on tackling this monstrosity of a task. But Indy's creative scene was up to the task and challenge, and we're just really happy with how we've responded in this moment.
That is outstanding. I mean, that is incredible. I have to ask, in light of the fact that we are in COVID pandemic, how are crowds being handled at these performances? Can people come out? I think that's what people want to know. Can I come out and check these out safely?
Yeah, people could come out safely. We're doing the social distancing. We're masking up, and we're just following all the protocols and policies that legislation and just the direction of our leaders are saying at this time. So we're creating a safe environment so participants can enjoy the festivities in a very safe and responsible way.
And the beauty of the festival is that it's all outdoors, right? It's all outside, and so it's kind of distanced by nature, right? And so. And even the stages themselves are, kind of spread throughout downtown. And so it almost provides a walking tour or a festival tour where people can move about, as they please. But it's a great opportunity to both, again, have the arts downtown, have such energy and presence, but do it in a safe way.
Outstanding. And once again, let people know where they can go to find out information about the performances, where they're going to be, who's going to be performing. Where do they go?
Yeah, well, schedules will be produced www.visitindy.com. Is it .com or .org?
I think it's .com. And also our Instagram page. Go to @GANGGANGCulture, and we've got the schedule posted there as well. Excellent.
Before I let you go, because I know you guys have many other more important things to do now than to sit here and talk to me. I know there's a lot of things pressing. Anything else you want people to know about what you guys are doing this weekend?
There is no other place where we would rather spend our time than right here with you. But thank you. I would say, to mask up Indianapolis, right? Be safe, but also enjoy this experience, right? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity as to where so many performances are happening at the same time over the course of 3 to 4 weekends. So from Thursday through Sunday, there is energy and there's music and there are performances happening downtown. So experience our city in this way.
Yeah, have fun and just really appreciate all the local art and talent that we have here in the city.
Hey, I appreciate you guys taking time to talk with me about this. I remember a thing that I read from one of the reports that was done on you guys, talking about people of color and people of culture. This is an opportunity where both of those things are going to come together in a very, very dynamic way. And I trust that as many of us as possible would take advantage to come out and share in these experiences.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, very well put. Thank you.
Molly, Alan, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us.